sounds like traffic war story.
Almost 14 million, are you fucking serious? Yeah, right, that's not fucking happening. I'm not paying that. Fuck that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, my hands are sweating. That would be intense.
Top 4 power play. Ooh, nice. Okay, who's on my top 4 actually?
And I was ready to jump.
Come on.
Look at that. Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
That's a bad thing. A bad hill.
You jumped quick there. But there are so many of them. Sorry about it. Well, shit. Dude, why didn't you guys go throw them first? Because he's like the most important person.
Yeah, I do need a second player left behind me, man, so, okay. I don't like tandem.
Hold on. There it is.
things set up, so. Yeah, no thank you. That's all fucking happening.
Come on.
extreme weather can be quickly. Know the risks in your area and learn what actions you can take. Are you ready? Visit getprepared.ca.
When Doug and I drank in the TurboTax,
We navigated a turbulent housing market by buying a boat.
Another day, another conversation about Montreal Canadiens trade rumors. Now, this time we're going over a radio hit done by the fourth period's own David Pagnotta that was published on Montreal Radio TSN 690. The article, or not really article, but the audio hit, it's a full 20-minute segment, so beware. It will be linked in the description if you want to go ahead and listen to it, but David Pagnotta does give a scoop as to what's going on with the Canadiens. He joins Campbell and Gallo and discusses how tough it would be to find specific deals. Now, of course, because you can read, you probably saw the title, you probably saw the thumbnail, not just of this video, but of the actual audio hit itself on the TSN website. But to help us out and to diving into what it is our new update says, we're going over onto an article from, oh boy, DonLayPolice.com. My apologies for the butchered French. Now, if you're wondering why we're using this website in particular, it's because what the writer, Felix, I don't know if it's Forget or if it's Forget, but I'm just going to say Forget because, you know, French website, French article. What Forget ends up doing is summarizing the notes made by Pagnotta on this radio hit. The article is in French, but I translated it to English via the Google Translate machine. The article will also be linked if you want to read more of this yourself. David Pagnotta says in the title of this article, there are NHL teams looking at a Josh Anderson trade. Now, this is what the summary goes out here and breaks about. This afternoon on TSN 690, David Pagnotta talked about the case of a player, Josh Anderson, and he did so by saying the following sentence. There are teams looking at Josh Anderson, and there have been internal discussions across the NHL. Now, there is included a tweet made by Mitch Gallo that summarizes the same audio hit. The fourth period says that the market for Josh Anderson is non-existent, but a David Savard and Tampa Bay Lightning reunion is still a possibility. What exactly does that mean? Well, go back over to the article, and Pagnotta explains that some clubs think that a change of scenery could possibly revive Josh Anderson, and that there still is a good hockey player to emerge. It's a bit like what Louis Shaw was saying recently. A big power forward like Anderson is seen as a playoff player by several teams. There also is a conversation about how the market for number 17 hasn't really changed since last year, but the problem is that there aren't really too many clubs that can afford Anderson. He remains earning $5.5 million a year, and then the next 3 years, and his 16 points in 54 games played aren't exactly indicative of a positive result on that money. Basically, if the Montreal Canadiens want to trade Anderson to another club, they'll have to probably take a bad contract or contracts, plural, in return. That said, if the club can win at the term level, for example, taking guys whose contract expire this summer or the following summer, not in 2027, this may be the kind of avenue to consider. You'll have to be very creative, and that's sort of the conclusion Pagnotta comes to, but you never know after all. And if it's not by March 8th, it'll perhaps be an avenue to reconsider this summer, when the clubs will have a lot more room for salary movement. Now, with this in mind, I wanted to talk about Josh Anderson, because when it comes to the way that he's been playing this season, I mean, 16 points, 54 games played, on pace for about 23 points. The guy seems to be getting worse every ensuing year, and it comes across the board in every way. Goals, assists, points, plus minus, you could say penalty minutes. He's getting more penalty minutes now than he's ever had in terms of the point per game, or the penalty minute per game, I guess you could say, assessment. Josh Anderson certainly is not the most impactful player on the Montreal Canadiens roster right now, but there is no doubt that this is just a guy that teammates, management people, and other GMs seem to like a lot. I mean, we always hear about how Josh Anderson is a cool guy. Canadiens players really seem to like him as a personality. GMs covet him because of the profile he brings. He's more of a promise than a solidified good player, in my opinion, because the idea, the philosophy of Josh Anderson is so strong. Hey, he's a big power forward guy who runs to the front of the net and he can snipe pucks like crazy if you give him the opportunity. And when he's not doing that, he's a physical specimen. He can make things hard for the opponent and this and that and the other, even though this guy may be making $5.5 million a year. This is the kind of guy that makes you a dynamic team in the postseason, right? And that's really what it always boils down to. Hey, Josh Anderson has this profile that would probably be extraordinarily valuable in the playoffs, but for Montreal, things aren't really working out because they're not going to be making the playoffs, and Anderson was all right when they made the finals in 2022. He only had 6 points in 22 games played in that playoff run, but he was one of the more instrumental guys. I think he scored the first goal of the entire playoff run, and then I think he had a few clutch ones in there tossed in too. I mean, we did cover the entire playoff run on this YouTube channel with live streams and the reaction videos, but yeah, 3 years ago was a while, wasn't it? Either way, if there is a team that's willing to go out there and take on a contract like Josh Anderson's, it is going to be probably a very limited selection because you need to be able to take on that cap space. And what are the odds that a team that would be interested in getting Anderson for a playoff run would even have that much cap space anyway? Because if a team is buying, they're in a position to get assets, they want to use some more dollars to get some more guys in them now. Who's to say that Josh Anderson will be number one on their list? I mean,
Are you considering a new career path? Upskilling could help you get promoted. Start building a career. Or find a job that fits your interests, whatever they are. Discover resources and potential funding from the Government of Canada. Developing your unique skill set and make it easier than you think. Start today. Trend.
He's on for a long time. He doesn't really produce as much as he's been. It's been tough for Josh Anderson. And I guess you could say, hey, good for him. He's making all this gosh darn money that he probably isn't really worth. But at the end of the day, you gotta feel for the guy. He seems like a good dude, all things considered. I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Anderson was defined by many of the teams to deal with. But just when it comes to the hockey perspective, it's tough to really see things go down this way. So the fact that David Pagnotta mentioned on the show that there are teams actually looking out for Josh Anderson and thinking about him as a potential trade candidate, well, that kind of blows my mind. At the same time, it's a pretty good update if you're looking for the prosperity of Montreal Canadiens cap dollars over the next few years. Either way, though, we do have ourselves another update that I wanted to talk about as well. David Pagnotta talks about David Savard and how he could very well be another
hold on, he's ready to leave as well.
Now, he did make a few
he's
talking about the idea of Savard with that team. He literally won a Stanley Gosh darn Cup against Montreal and then had a 20-point season in 62 games played 2 years later. This year, he's on pace for about 22 points in 60 games as well. 13 points in 36 games is the projection. And we actually did have some rumors going out there where Savard responded to, and he said pretty much, hey, I kind of like staying here. I'd be happy to remain a Montreal Canadian, which is good. You like to see the spirit of guys who are Habs, likely to be Habs. But at the same time, David Savard is a 33-year-old right-hand defenseman. He signed on till the end of next season. You could say his contract is pretty valuable considering he plays a lot more minutes than regular $3.5 million defensemen do in the NHL. And the fact that this guy blocks shots, he's a penalty killer, he's great in his own zone, and he helps
next season, I'm going to be traded probably. I didn't get a lot of shit for like 2 first-round picks probably.
Then, hey, maybe all Montreal needs to do is get
some still playing on second line. He is a second line forward. It's been with his team almost a decade almost.
On many of the other defensemen that are on the market right now.
I signed a pretty decent fucking cap hit too, so.
So I do kind of wonder if that's going to be.
But here is Ben Sherrod, 34 years old, he's still kicking ass.
Send you to Tampa Bay. Like, sure, we don't have to tell you about this because you don't have any trade protection, but still, we are sending you to a team that you're familiar with, and then maybe that makes it a bit easier for Savard to be like, okay, cool, I'm going to try to win another Stanley Cup because it's not going to happen here in Montreal, even though I like the city, I like the players, I like the team. Winning is cool too.
Tommy Norbat has stuck with his name this year. He is a pretty second line now with Raymond and Ramsey, so this guy
from other NHL teams,
the Cavs raised a big shit for probably too, right?
Savard Tampa Bay Lightning reunion becoming a little bit more likely, according to David Pagnotta. What are your thoughts on what these trades could look like if they do get done? If it's David Savard over to Tampa, then Lightning fans, what are your thoughts on the
is Owen Tippett even on the power play? Did I put him on the power play?
Leave it to Rick Dollywall and the Dolly Show to get things stirred up and to give us some updates as to what's going on with the Vancouver Canucks. So big shout out over to Dollywall as always. So
I'm going to have to the best goal in this unit. I don't have enough goals for
a video this time. A 3-minute segment on today's Dolly and Dolly that goes over the latest in terms of Vancouver Canucks player targets. All sides want this to end with a signing. Dollywall updates what he is hearing with Bill Kessel, and also if the Canucks are still kicking tires on Jake Gensel. Now, what I did was I transcribed some of these comments made by Dollywall in order to give us a more visual look as to what's going on. It's just easier to screenshot, put it on the screen so you can follow along. But again, the video wherein Dollywall says this and more is going to be linked in the description below. It's 3 minutes long, so Dollywall essentially gives us the big scoop here. But the conversation starts out with a comment on Phil Kessel. And I think this is actually great to have because, yeah, we saw Phil Kessel come over to Vancouver. He's been practicing with Abbotsford this entire time. And that was like the biggest story of the day a few weeks ago. So it's kind of weird how we didn't really see anything happen after that. But Dollywall does give the scoop. He says this on the show: I'm not hearing anything negative when it comes to the Canucks and Phil Kessel. They'll continue to work out this week. All sides want this to end with a signing. The goal was always to sign Kessel. I think that's where it's trending. He's not going to start in Abbotsford from what I'm told. It's going to be a signing with the Canucks first, if it happens, that's where it's trending, and then possibly a conditioning assignment in Abbotsford after a signing, if that's the way they go. And so for Phil, this isn't really something that I think would be all too surprising, especially considering some of the other factors that we've seen. How continuously the Abbotsford Canucks are posting pictures on their Instagram, on their social media, it's on their Facebook, and like you can see Phil Kessel in the background, he's kind of blurry. They're not trying to put the focus on him, which is understandable because, hey, he's not technically a part of the roster, but it's impossible to avoid acknowledging that he is there. So there are some inklings of information that the Abbotsford Canucks have been putting out there that make it seem, yeah, he's still here, he's still practicing, and Dollywall even says in the clip, I didn't transcribe this one, but the fact that he is still here, the fact that he is still willing to practice with an AHL team for 2 straight...
Yeah, he gets minus.
And God is my greatest defense.
trying to do is get rid of what's stuck in as far as I can.
Wow, that was good.
Weeks, that is a good sign because it means that he actually is committed to wanting to be a part of this process. That he's not giving up and he's not taking things lightly, that he is just using this as the opportunity given to him by the Canucks management and staff to say, hey, if you want to play with us, you have to kind of follow what it is you want to do here. And for now, you're practicing with the Abbotsford Canucks. Once you sign with us, maybe you'll get a conditioning stint or whatever, and then you'll be able to get up to speed within a game. But for now, it's been a few weeks of actually getting himself back up to speed. This is a good thing for the Vancouver Canucks, and it's looking more so, according to what Dollywall said, that things are going in the right direction if you're looking for a signing. It's going to be crazy because if Phil Kessel, of all people, becomes a Vancouver Canuck, I don't even need to think that he plays all the playoff games. Like, that's not even really my concern here. It's just the status, you know? Being the team to carry on what would be the most legendary streak in NHL history, assuming, of course, the Canucks actually intend to do that. But this would be pretty cool. And if he actually is able to play NHL games and play meaningful minutes, maybe he replaces McKay on the line or whatever, and then when it comes to American Pittsburgh Penguins, or at least American people for the Pittsburgh Penguins, at least at some point, this is another update that Dollywall provides from the same video clip in regards to Pittsburgh Penguins forward Jake Guentzel. Now, Donnie and Dolly both acknowledge on the show that Guentzel has indeed been injured, which kind of throws a monkey wrench in the entire country.
NHL goal, let's get it.
Won't do it first time for a rental. They would do it in a sign and trade. The Canucks on Guentzel's no trade list. Most believe he is, but it won't be a problem, I'm told. He is not the only winger out there that the Canucks are after. And of course, as indicated by the OffSeason sentence, there are multiple
Rudy. That's unfortunate.
In this Guentzel conversation, but the main takeaway is that there is still interest, and that if there is some sort of a sign and trade rather than just a trade, then the Vancouver Canucks would be okay with giving up a first-round pick. And to me, that makes sense. Like, when you think about it, yeah, sure, a first-round pick is valuable, as we talked about in that last home trade. But for Vancouver, if they're going out there and signing Guentzel to a contract, then
This is how we march forward. And Reynolds Everett's global business took off. TV supported her entrepreneurial vision with helpful advice. Much more to do. The Popeye Supplements Winter Value Size Sale is on now. With over 70 products to choose from, you can mix and match, save 25%, and enjoy the best possible cost per serving on all your favorites. Whether you're trying to build muscle, get beach ready, hit the PR, or just live healthier, Popeye's knowledgeable staff will ensure you get set up with the right products for you and your goals. Popeye Supplements, over 100 locations coast to coast. Visit PopeyeSupplements.com. And if you take that first round pick and you say, all right, well, in 3 years, that first round pick, let's say it's 20 plus overall in the 2025 NHL draft, for example. You trade the 2025 first round pick for Guentzel. If that 2025 guy ends up following a proper path of most 20 plus overall guys do, then he's probably in the NHL in 2027, 28, and it's probably not like good until 2029 even. And so if you get to that point in 2029, you probably hope that best case scenario, that first round pick that you drafted in 2025 is as good as how Jake Guentzel is now. So there's sort of a timeline here to think about when you talk about the value of first round picks and what it would take to trade them away, what kind of value you're receiving in return. Jake Guentzel, of course, is good now, and his prime aligns with the success period of the Canucks right now. Sorry, 2025 first round pick, but there isn't any waiting here that's possible until 2027 before you become a part of this team and actually start to make an impact. Even the guys from recently, I mean, Tom Verlander, 2023, Jonathan Lekaramaki, 2022, these guys are great prospects, but right now, their value to the team is nothing more than trade value. They don't have any projection of being a part of this 2023-2024 Vancouver Canucks team that's already the top team in the NHL, and that can make a very significant splash in the postseason if they carry forward with this momentum. So, my thought process is kind of going out there saying, yeah, if they want to make a trade with But Gensel, as long as they're guaranteed that he'll stick around, then okay, I kind of agree with that. And if you want to talk about Gensel and Kessel, talk about both of these guys potentially coming over. It's literally going to be a Pittsburgh Penguins reunion in Vancouver. All being Rutherford, Casey DeSmith, Mark Friedman, who else? Kessel, Gensel, of course, and then we talk about Sam Lafferty, Ian Cole, lots of other guys who have played for the Pittsburgh Penguins over the years that would be making their way over to Vancouver, and that's like barely scratching the surface. There's so many guys that can be a part of that group. But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you are a Vancouver Canucks fan, what are your opinions about this entire update? We're talking about Gensel, we're talking about Kessel. It's Rick Dollarlow who gave us the scoop on Dominic Dolly. The entire segment will be linked in the description below if you want to go out there and watch that yourself. Again,
Welcome back to the US Open OffSeason.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using some technical jargon.
Let's see if they can use Grammarly.
Are you ready to crank some 90s, Donnie? Sorry, some of us are making an absolute oh, shut the hell up, Donald. You are a billionaire. You will get by just fine. I would have been fine if I did not invest in those damn NFTs. What the hell is an NFT, Donald? Wait, let me look it up. What the hell, Donald? You are investing your life savings in monkey pictures, you dumb son of a bitch. Joey, you are too stupid. All you have to know is that I got scammed since I did that. Okay, whatever, Donald. This conversation is clearly going nowhere, much like your love life. So what are you going to do for money? I just got hired for a multi-billion-dollar food distributor, where I will help oversee day-to-day operations. Wow, you actually got off your fat orange ass to be productive, Donnie. I am actually really proud of you. So what company are you looking for? That is irrelevant. The point is I'm back in the rat race and I will be back on top in no time. You just wait, Joey. I am back for blood in the 2024 election. Donnie, why do you keep avoiding my questions? Where do you work? McDonald's. I'm sorry, Donnie, I didn't quite get that. Can you say it again? McDonald's, you're such a dementia-riddled joker. You would not know an honest living if you shat on your face. Well, Donnie, you are a real risk to rag story. You aren't Breckman. Shut the hell up, Joey. I start my shift in 30 minutes. I gotta go grind for this stretch. You would not understand. Okay, Donnie, I have to go play the new Fortnite season and get a few dubs against these leagues. Don't you have to manage the country, Sleepy Joe? That's what I have Harris for, you dumbass. Good point. He's borderline brain dead. It still looks very job. Okay, whatever, Donald. I gotta go. Okay, we just talk to you tomorrow. Can't read my nose, can't read my poker face. Look a poker face, look fucker face, look Hello, boss, I came in early because I'm ready to get this bread. Donald, is that you? What the fuck? Why are you here, Obama? I thought you were on vacation. No, I was not. I lied because I felt ashamed of working here, but I'm doing much better right now. Okay, whatever. At least we can keep off all day together, just like the good old days. Donnie, we're not going to late 30 anymore. It's time to go up and start again. Damn, who would have thought you studs like us would be working at McDonald's already? In this economy, anything is possible, Donnie. We're talking about girls, we have a lot of orders coming in. Yeah, for sure, Brock. I know my way around the grill. Oh, sure. Yeah. You want 20 Big Macs, 7 large fries, and 2 guys price for McDonald's. What the hell do you think you're doing? You cannot go through the drive-thru on this day. What? I'm on my lunch break, Black Gorilla. Donnie, stop calling it out. It is super easy. Okay, my bad. Obama, let's go pick up some fries. I'm hungry for real. job seriously, and I expect you to do the same. Damn, bro, still out on this head. Donald, why don't you trade in the basics for cash here? I can take right now. I wrote an article.
Hello, can I just get a nice coffee and tomato sauce with some barbecue sauce?
Roast that order such as. I would rather clash lips with Joey than complete his order at 6 bucks. And who the hell gets coffee at 2 a.m.?
That was very rude. I want to speak to your manager, you asshole.
Fine, dickhead. Do that. Obama, get your ass down here. Hello, sir. How can I help you?
Yeah, your employee needs an ass whooping. He just called me lots of slurs and I am pissed off. And also, you guys also forgot my barbecue sauce.
This is not Chick-fil-A, sir. It is not our pleasure. Go fuck yourself and have a bad night. Thanks for having my back in there, Obama. I really need a good friend of mine, too. No problem, Donnie. Let's get our score for 2 hours ago. I lost track of time. Let's pack it in and start writing.
Oh, Houston, Dickinson, the Schoolboys.
Good one, Donnie. Thanks, pal. Okay, see you tomorrow. Hey guys, I didn't know you both were working in D.C. What the hell, Obama? Why are you here?
We got a beach this morning and needed a job, so I hooked his ass up.
For fuck's sake, I always get stuck with you two every day of my life. But honestly, I would not want it any other way. I love you guys.
I'm happy to hear that, Donald. I think I grew fond of you guys as well.
Hell yeah, Donnie. Let's go ride horses in the moonlight during our break. Never mind, I changed my mind. Screw you, assholes. I quit.
Hey, Joey and Donald, can I see you in my office? Pretty real important matters that we need to discuss.
Good thing, Brock. Let me finish this order. Hello, sir. What can I get started for you today?
I would like 4 Happy Meals and 1 quarter pounder with cheese, please.
I don't see any kids.
Yeah, I am getting the Happy Meals for myself. I actually collect the toys for a collection.
Wow, that is the most pathetic thing I've seen this year. And I hang out with 2 of the biggest retards in the world.
What the hell is wrong with you? Toy collecting happens to be my passion, and frankly, I don't think you can speak. You work at McDonald's, you shithead.
Says the guy who has a fetish for baby toys and street. Get the hell out of my line, you plastic rumor.
Donald, get the hell over here. Barack needs to talk to us. As you guys already know, competition gets major next to us last week. And my general manager is on my ass to increase productivity and sales. So we're going to need to make some big changes around here if we want to turn this around.
We all know it's that damn Panda Express down the street. The fucking Chinese always steal our business.
Donald, you're going to need to take it down a notch, okay, Donnie? That's a situation, and besides, I'm pretty sure Panda Express is exclusive to North America.
I think I know how to solve our crisis. How, Joe?
By turning chocolate chip ice cream, which would greatly improve our ice cream market share. Well, you're a fucking idiot. Any ideas, Donald?
You could go to the wall to keep the Chinese out.
You guys are useless. I hear myself.
Hey, Joe, I need you on dishes while I take a fat shit. That is disgusting, Donald. You are so unhealthy that you probably shit out raw cookie dough. You triple chin orange ogre. Yeah, whatever. Can you cover my face? This is my own private domicile, and I will not be harassed.
So what are your ass out of shoes? You and Donald need to get your shit together.
Believe me, Donald's cookie dough is falling from the equator right about now.
What the fuck does that even mean, Joe? I swear your brain is malfunctioning whenever I ask you a question. Clean yourself up, Joe. You're embarrassing yourself.
Okay, I am back, boys. While I was taking care of business, I came up with a master plan to get our customers back.
Okay, Donald, what's the plan?
Well, I'm going to need a small loan of $1 million.
Donald.
Okay, I was joking. I was thinking to sweep my Panda Country night after hours and sabotage their workstations, so that way they have to close down for a couple of days.
That is the best idea you ever had, Donald. You are a genius. I think I underestimated you.
Okay, awesome. We need to prepare the invading Chinese. I'll get the blueprint schematics from our pressure point. You guys work on getting the items on the list. Okay, Obama, let's hit up Walmart and check off this list.
What?
Come on, man. Let me drive this morning.
Hell no, Joe. Donald told me what you did to him in that Fortnite game. I'm not letting your sleepy ass behind the wheel.
You know, Barack, this is sort of nice. We have been working so hard. It's nice to finally...
You left me, Joe. You fucking left me.
Who left you?
Michelle, he cheated on me with Tiger Woods. That dirty son of a bitch. I just feel like ending it all, you know?
Yeah, cool story, Obama. Let's stop by Dairy Queen and get some ice cream. I'm starving.
I just need a good friend to help me get through this. I have never felt so depressed before in my life.
No, sir, go fuck yourself. Screw those guys, Barack. We don't need their lousy ice cream anyway.
You know, Joey, I think I learned something today. The way that Gary's teamwork are actually supposed to be. Maybe we are the problem.
What the hell are you talking about, Obama?
I mean, maybe it's not always the customer's fault. Maybe we should stay accountable for our own actions. I need to call Trump to tell him the job is off.
Joey Trump,
Trump, the job is off. Biden and I realize that the reason we're not getting customers is that we are treating them like shit.
Wow.
What is it, Trump?
I already planted the C4. We can't back out now.
What the fuck, Donald? You said sabotage, not mass genocide. What the hell does that have to do with it?
I made a cash investment in the C4 to make a big return. There's no competition in simple economics. You would understand if you ever picked up a book.
Fuck Joey, call Secret Service, they will handle this for us.
All C4 has been safely contained, Mr. President.
Is this the part of the video where the scriptwriter makes the characters have a wholesome